The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA GeForce India and GamerConnect to bring this tournament to life, and we've finally reached the semi-final phase. Yesterday, we had both the quarterfinals streamed, and it was a landslide. I hope that we have a couple close games today. Again, we've come to a level where these teams are towards a similar caliber. I'd say LevelZero is a step above everyone else, but hell, they're the tournament favorites, so you kind of expect that from the get-go. It's going to be LevelZero taking on Attitude Gaming for the first semifinals of the day, and it's going to be down at Inferno as well. So, again, standard ground for both these teams. So, it should be Attitude Gaming with an even chance to take this one out. But yesterday, LevelZero Esports, they had such a dominant performance on Inferno, especially the CD side. It was damn near mindless aggression, some might add. So, let's hope that right now they return back to sanity and Attitude Gaming has something to say in the matter. Their esports with a gamble towards the pistol as they leave Proud alone towards B and allow Zero King to get aggressive towards A, which has panned out relatively well as he has control of the bomb and he could potentially cut off Attitude Gaming with that throat but in the blender, which is going to be real painful. Zero King. Again, patience is everything here, and he has a crap ton and beautiful bait and switch. Good for the first, and now comes the problem because everyone's going to be on the peak. But Zero King doing a real good job at isolating these fights and turning them into individual one-on-ones. It's all that's on a Friday with only a smoke and a flash, and he is going to get taken down. LevelZero Esports. You talk about overwhelming aggression, and that's exactly what they come out of the pistol round. You never really expect that, and Attitude Gaming, you could see the confusion in their eyes. They had no clue where Zero King was even after he did whiff off a couple of bullets, which really does come to show how unorthodox this team can be. An AUG investment. This is something that you don't see every day, but the nade is so chunky. Attitude Gaming blown to smithereens. Boy, LevelZero Esports don't even lose a single man on the hold, so a really commendable job coming out from them. Not only completely clinically dismantling the Glocks, but doing it in a way where their economy is given a significant boost. Attitude Gaming will be able to reinvest, and one thing that's lacking in their arsenal is Molotovs. Mind you, they had only one, and they've already put it to use towards Top Banana. On a map like Inferno, Molotovs and nades are essentials for any kind of execute. Zero King trying to be a little aggressive, but Attitude Gaming read that like an open book. They knew exactly what was up. The aggressive flash set them for that kill as both the members of Attitude Gaming were trying to anticipate it and playing counter, but if you know anything about LevelZero Esports, they can still deliver a blow on the back of a disadvantage. We're gonna make the gamble now with Macho coming in towards CT. Attitude Gaming, they have a small window where they could potentially exploit this man advantage and try to spread open, try to get more map control, but that's not going to be the scene. You have Penguin who's trying to lurk, but it really won't be of much avail. Now with the push into towards B, it's still possible for the hold. As the FAMAS is real good at this range, and he's still left undiscovered. Jaguar lends himself to, and now it's a more doable situation as we scave down to a 2 versus 2. Those rotates coming in through CT, and I'm not really sure why Penguin's taking so long on the backstab. Mind you, if they do isolate this man towards site, it's going to be a real hard ask for Penguin to pull this one back. And finally, he makes his way back towards his teammate. Smoke through CT, but I think it's going to be a little too late. There's still a flash at a loss, but Macho doesn't give two hoots, jumps in and takes that kill by the head. Lost wide swing with the MP9. I don't even know it's accurate at that range, but he still makes it work. LevelZero Esports They're still able to converge even with the disadvantage, which is one of their signature moves at this point. Courtesy of the bomb plan, they still will be able to invest here. So Attitude Gaming, not really breaking a sweat, but you can see how much stress it puts on their economy. Just not having a win, let alone having members up in your roster, will certainly lead to constant reinvestment. Ooh, shatter. Almost shattered on his peak towards Banana, and the shot being lined up. Ooh, proud. That very well could have been a head rolling, but luckily has his on his shoulders. Nate comes in, goes relatively deep, and mind you, Shatter's already tagged, so he's just trying to get that in the bag. It's gonna be the case, but this is what LevelZero Esports try to consistently do towards Banana, and Attitude Gaming have a real good read as well. They know exactly when LevelZero want to go aggressive and how they want to go aggressive as well. Patience play coming in from Jaguar as they will line up the boost, and this is going to be all on a loss to deliver. He gets the first kill and could potentially molotov towards constructions. Ooh, coffin plant mollied off, and they might be able to get the timing in the nick of time, but Jaguar held at bay. Still a 4 versus 4, and they have a lot of flashbangs to make this retake work. Proud. He has the op, which generally is a hindrance on the retake, but considering there are 4 men out there, still men with the rifles to do the dirty work, and it's getting real dirty for Attitude Gaming as they're finally getting the frag. Down at 2 versus 2, but Proud with the AWP steps up. Macho down to 15, and he's taking this fight with the USP out of all weapons. LevelZero Esports again retake the B side with ease. Attitude Gaming, you really got to be questioning that hold, because it is a 4 versus 4 with them completely locking LevelZero Esports out of the B bomb side. Normally, the B side on Inferno is one of the hardest sites to retake, and you don't really see teams succeed as LevelZero Esports did, just going man for man, frag for frag, and the trade game was just absolutely on point. Proud. Lioness a bat. Been consistently wanting to take that frag towards mid, but has been denied on multiple occasions. Beautiful commitment on that peak as he just held that passive angle. He really didn't need to go overzealous there, as he had members towards Boiler trying to lay the booby trap. Again, in a situation like this, you really do not want to give away the frag as an opera, because that'll put a lot of stress on your team. Ooh, Los, I think he just spotted the head there, but he did significant amount of damage on a penguin on the back of that nade. And mind you, Zero King has a lot of control towards Banana. Right now, Zero King and Jaguar are more or less trying to emulate what Astralis do, where they'd get a man deep and there'll be a man playing in through Broken as more of a bait and a passive player. Finally, frags coming in for Attitude Gaming, but they don't stay for the advantage as LevelZero Esports, they're willing to lose 1, but they gain a frick ton. So left on a Penguin, 17 HP with 40 seconds left on the clock. Should consider a save, but will LevelZero Esports allow the save question? Nah, doesn't seem like it. Zero King. With pushing through Boiler, will secure the final kill. 5-0 and Attitude Gaming. This doesn't seem like it's that time of the day. So far, so good. Attitude Gaming. Wish it could be the similar case for them, but they're on me and pistols. At this point, perhaps B rush. Trying getting some kind of damage in would be really helpful. Zero King, beautiful spray, and Jaguar just holds down Mouse 1. He needs to hold the line. You can't afford to go down, as now it's become expensive. LevelZero Esports, they can't afford to lose any more guns in the bomb in transition. It should allow Attitude Gaming to get a full buy the next round. Shattered still had a weapon to pick up towards Banana. Not really sure why he didn't attempt to go for the grab there. Macho. Quick flick around to down Penguin, and Shatter is left only down to 5 HP. But he has the deagle. Possible clutch, but very unlikely. Good to get that first shot, as Proud going down there definitely would require reinvestment from LevelZero Esports' side. Attitude Gaming, they finally make things a little expensive. Somewhat expensive. And cut out the expense. If you in this quarantine are getting a little bored and not able to play the games that you really enjoy, perhaps it's time for a small upgrade, right? In the bottom left of your screen, you do see the 1660 Ti, 6G, and it is possible for you to get it cheaper than usual, 23% off MRP actually, through RP Tech India, which is the official distributor in India for Colorful. Molotov does take a little bit of damage on the Jaguar, but Grace gets the initial shot to its Proud, who has been playing quite aggressive for the past few rounds on end. And I guess at this point, they really shouldn't be worried as much with the op, because if Attitude Gaming picks up the op, it's going to be actually to their disadvantage. I like this approach from Attitude Gaming though. They have slow controls both towards Banana and Apartments. And they're just trying to test the CT defense. They're just trying to give it a love tap and see how it responds. So far, hasn't been responding all that well. And Zero King, mind you, he's completely solitary towards B. He cannot afford to go down here by any stretch of the margin. They have their eyes trained towards the A side though. This crossfire is actually beautiful. It does a lot in way of countering the aggression through lane, but you do leave yourself exposed through arches, which forces a Jaguar to position there. Mind you, if they hit towards B in a contact fashion, it'll be hard for Jaguar to rotate, especially considering he has an AWP. But these are necessary and calculated risk, and what a beautiful fake. This might actually bait Lost to get aggressive towards lane, and oh no, Attitude Gaming, how the cookie has crumbled into pieces. At this point, they'd be lucky to get a bomb plan, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case as well. Macho just buys his time towards side and Chatter, just running for the hills with the AWP. Oh boy. That was the worst possible call you can make at that time, because even if you are performing a fake, you need to give yourself a small margin for error. You need to give yourself that window of opportunity that even if things go south, you need to have a little bit of a recovery period, which simply wasn't existent for Attitude Gaming. Proud. Beautiful job, getting aggressive. Again, it's just aggression after aggression after aggression, simply left unanswered. Attitude Gaming, they really need to start doing something about this. But at this point, even with the rifles, it doesn't seem like they're offering much resistance. Another partial investment. Couple of Tech 9s, couple of Deagles, and a CZ out on the board. Quick rush towards B. Mind you, Jaguar with the AWP will be heavily pressured, but he needs Zero King to step up. Beautiful. Oh, completely blind as he gets the second. Proud does hit one towards bottom mid, and that buys time for Jaguar. All he needs to do is stay alive towards the new box and Shattered, nade it, and barrage bullets. Attitude Gaming. Not really sure what their game plan is today, but whatever they have coming with doesn't seem like it's gonna work. So they need to try and formulate a plan B. Again, this is gonna be our first semifinal of the day. Right after this, we're gonna have a second semifinal, which is gonna be Nevermind versus EZAF Clan. I think we did see. No, I don't. Yeah, EZAF Clan did play their game off screen yesterday. Lost. Didn't look as close on the aggression, but could have certainly gotten the second as well. Shattered luckily gets the refrag, and now things have finally started to look good. Attitude Gaming, they still need to convert upon this round though and put one round in their belt. Doesn't seem like LevelZero Esports are gonna budge. Penguin. Like, you can't hide. You can't run. What do you do against LevelZero Esports? Just nothing could be done. Shatter, he's on 11 HP and that Molotov will completely nullify him. And Jaguar coming in from the back, beautiful job. And he knows exactly where Grace is. Uses the smoke to extinguish the Molotov that his teammate did lay down. Getting aggressive, the P250 out, but can't get the kill. Grace just trying his best to mind game against Jaguar there. Did a really good job. As at the end you did see a little bit of panic, but hey, it's all Gucci for LevelZero Esports right now because they have a lot of money to fall back upon and a double up setup. This is gonna be either make or break because Attitude Gaming still have that window to come back into the half. And ooh, Jaguar, I assume that he might be going down there if the push could come through the Molotov, and he does a beautiful job on the tag as well. There should be a flash above the chimney, and Zero King could be on the peak, and that's exactly what they're going to be lining up. Zero King. Support? No, why? Why would you throw a Molotov first? Get the flash in, my friend. Shatter, he's down to 1 HP, but he's still alive and kicking, and is this... Alright, Proud. Alright, Proud. There we go. He's finally spotted. And now, Attitude Gaming have a fighting chance. Good job by Grace to get... Good job by Friday for that heads-up spot. And... could this be the comeback train? Again, I'm not much of a believer, but this seems a little promising. Lost. Op-out in hand, get rid of the first fling on the back of that smoke, could disengage. Mind you, he does have a significant amount of utility, and he hears members of Attitude Gaming just crawling their way around him. Macho, he's only going to be good for the first frag, but he did spot the bomb in transition. 35 seconds left. Jaguar, close quarters, opening, and he does a beautiful job. Not only dropping the bomb, but getting Zex on the leash and trying to play with him in that fashion. Mind you, Zex is so dead low, and Jaguar delivers the final bullet. 10-1. Attitude Gaming. Another Tech 9 round? Alright, they're going for the full force, which is usually done in the situation when desperation just comes knocking on your door. And oh boy. Proud. I'm so proud of you to get this kill. Come on, the spam through, but doesn't really connect as he's just trying to use that smoke as a veil. Jaguar with the back lines does strike on his Zex, and can we just have the cam on Proud, please? This is gonna be real dicey. The frags come in return though. Penguin's gonna be good for the first, but Proud! He actually gets it with the Negev, trying to go for the second, doubling up on his luck, but he doubles down. Grace. Oh, did he make noise there? No, Jaguar. I think he didn't realize that there is another man towards bottom mid. Beautiful job again. Macho has been so lucky with the moments he get aggressive because he consistently finds a way to catch them off guard even though he has barely any information to work on, let alone any. 1 versus 2. Again, Grace, an experienced player in his right, but he'll need to come up with an absolutely massive clutch, and the flick around simply not there. Macho. Machoing up for the 11th round for the boats for LevelZero Esports, but still. Attitude Gaming. If only they could have converged on that first round victory, this could have been a completely different story. I think like Proud's gonna stick to his Negev for a while. Let's see when that runs out of passion. Already down on 1 HP, Zero King. Really good job at getting aggressive towards Banana. At this point, you really gotta wonder, when will Attitude Gaming be ready for this? The flash setup from Loss could have yielded him another kill, but it seems like Grace is gonna be on the green for a while. So, nothing much to sweat on. Minute 10 left on the clock. Attitude Gaming. Just trying to chip around from here and there and trying to perhaps redeem themselves in the first half, but not much of a redemption story left none the way. Penguin. Even if he expected that peak, Macho outduels him, which gotta be feeling really bad about that one. I think Greece is within audio cue range for that rotation to be heard, and Jaguar. It's not that great of an angle considering Jack. Oh no, Grace, beautiful job on the wide swing. Lost. Oh, he could have actually gone for trigger discipline, but he goes for the kill nonetheless, making this a 1 versus 2, a double one in that as well, because Proud is down to 1 HP, and he still has the Negev. Proud's gonna be coming in through CT while through the smoke he actually tags Friday, and now Macho knows exactly where he is, but a shot coming in return. Wow, Macho really didn't expect that one, and Friday is down to 44 HP, but Proud still has a Negev. Spamming his way through. This is gonna be a real hard ask. I think there should be a defuse kit towards the second oranges as well, so it's more doable than you think, and does he hold this? He could potentially go in the hole. The peak comes in for Friday. Oh, he's trying to jump, but he's stuck amidst the fishes. 11-2. Oh, Attitude Gaming finally win a round, but not in as promising of a manner as you'd expect. It doesn't seem like LevelZero Esports are going to tone down their aggression even a little bit as Proud. Just negates any duel towards mid and just peeks through second mid, obliterating Penguin. Zex finds a lucky spam through the smoke, but the defensive smoke laid down will give the advantage to Jaguar. No questions asked. They do run him down with the 9, and now it's possible for them to not only get a bomb plan, but set up for a post plan thereafter. Lost. Do you not spot Zex in transition? This could be massive. If Grace could buy bait for Zex, this could potentially be a beautiful 1 versus 3. But Zex, a little overzealous, pulls the trigger. Could have gone for discipline yet again. Proud. He's down to 22 HP. This time, the shadow gives him away, and Macho not in a position where he could easily refrag. That was expected, and Zex comes massive with a 1 versus 3, and it's an ace to top things off. 11-3, and he's finally saving some skin for Attitude Gaming. But it doesn't seem like they have much left, because even if they do win this last round, it's going to be 11-4 half, which, if you're heading in to the CD half and you lose the pistol, it's more or less the game done and dusted. Jaguar. Getting aggressive with the scout, but doesn't land the tag, and Proud yet again. How much? We need to sit down after this game and actually calculate how much a success rate towards second mid has been, because it has to be somewhere near the 900 mark, and Lost. Felt like he's a little lost when he pushed through that smoke. Jaguar leading out a couple of nutty shots if he needs to connect this one. They all whiz past him, and Shatter is down to 2 HP. With the backstab coming in the form of Proud towards Banana, it's going to be a very hard ask for Attitude Gaming to be on the hold. Even if they have position, and as Shatter tries to go for the double spray, he shattered in his attempt. It's all down to Friday. A 1 versus 2. Damn, son, that's happy feet if I've ever seen any, and he's not even a penguin. Boy. Damn. I sat down, but that excitement didn't hold me to my seat. 11-4 finish. I mean, it could have been worse, could have been better as well, but it is what it is, and will Attitude Gaming will be able to convert on what they have to a potential victory is the question. The answer is yes, it has to be on the back of the CD pistol. Again, pistol rounds are one of the most deceitful rounds when it comes to CS. just due to the pure RNG that plays into the pistols. Even the best of teams have a maximum of 55% when it comes to the win rate when in pistols. Flash in, they try to answer aggression with aggression, but that's gonna be returned with a sweet headshot and lost. Doesn't seem like he's gonna stop anytime soon. Shatter, lost, jumping and getting him midair, and Penguin. Oh boy. I guess he's lucky that penguins can't fly, because if they did, he'd come crashing down. (12-4). If you've ever seen such a dominating semifinals, it has to be just due to one reason, right? Attitude Gaming. They have a couple of names that might be known. Grace, if I'm not wrong, is one of the older players from Tamil Nadu, if I'm not mistaken. At the end of the day, it's more about transferring the knowledge you have and trying to find the right pieces to make the team. And I guess tournaments like these are a good learning experience, especially for teams like Attitude Gaming, where they can take a lot away from these kind of games. Even though it's a whitewash, you always have something to learn, and that's the beauty of CS. Grace. Gonna be coming in with the Patriots fan. Mind you, there is the bomb headed towards the east side, so it is possible for him to deny, but it's gonna be a real hard ask. It's easy. PQC. Looking for any potential exit frag coming his way. None so far, though. Attitude Gaming. Left in a very bleak spot. Race. Gets one with the CZ as he does get Zero King unaware, but instant refrag. 13-4, LevelZero Esports 3 rounds away from making it to the grand finals of the GamerConnect Community Cup. And again, a huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. Display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GP partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games The Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA GeForce and GamerConnect to bring this tournament to life, and Attitude Gaming. Feels like they're being choked out of it as well. Aggressive nature is banana, but they discover an absence of CTs, and the push towards mid actually ends up working out. It's down to a 2 versus 2, a doable situation for Attitude Gaming. They did Molotov to counter the aggression, and there should be the bomb picked up. There we go. Expecting Shadow to come running behind them, but he's trying to play this one smart. Jumps through, pops Sprout like a weasel, but Macho luckily does recover in the nick of time. 14-4. Attitude Gaming now will be able to invest, and they could potentially go on a double op setup. Again, when times are desperate, you might see teams fall into this trap, and it seems like Attitude Gaming are going to fall right into this one. And the best way to respond to a double op setup is just complete aggression, with LevelZero Esports have no hesitation to put on forth. Win. Initially tagged, and LevelZero Esports are being very clinical about their approach towards Banana. And this is how you'd like it, like, Penguin! Oh boy. This is just turning out to be one gruesome day for Attitude Gaming, as it just doesn't seem like LevelZero Esports are going to stop the slaughter. Are they calling the save? Wow. Alright, they get a freebie, and Jaguar just trailing close to their tail as he tries to go for the second, but Grace coming in with a beautiful no scope will manage to save his tail, but I'm not sure whether LevelZero Esports are going to allow them to save. You could already see Lost hungry for these frags, not allowing Attitude Gaming to have a slither of hope. And once they do remove these guns, it's going to be more bleak. Wait, what? Did he not shoot just to conceal his position? Alright, that is smart. Heads up play from Grace then. His trigger discipline did allow Zex to save his rifle as well, not forcing out any unnecessary engagements. But it is 15-4 though, so you've got to take some of these engagements, like it or not. Backs against the wall, Attitude Gaming. The potential final buy together, as it's gonna be Grace with the AWP hungry to try and get this first frag, but the white swing completely unexpected from his end. A lot of utility to start towards Banana as well, and this is a very smart play from LevelZero Esports. Now they know that there's going to be next to no defensive utility left on Attitude Gaming to defend the B side with. Mind you, we're talking about utility that can hold you at bay. Max they could even put is a smoke, which you waited out for a little time, bait out the rotation. It's going to be working to your advantage. Penguin, they're going to try and look for the gap through the smoke. The rotations is committed, and Jaguar did burn to get that initial entry. They are trying to set up a crossfire between Construction and First Oranges, and it does bring to perfection to start things off with, but it needs to end in that manner. Down at 1 versus 3, as it's all left on a Zero King, but he has emerged from the back lines. Patience, a virtue, as he finally gets the first. But mind you, both players are closing in through Banana, and Zero King caught unaware. 15-5, Attitude Gaming. Still putting up a little bit of fight, but that's all. Just a little bit. LevelZero have opted to go in on the investment with low utility lost. Wow, takes 80 damage because of the flames, and finally this is out of smoke, but the double spray, no Attitude Gaming. This is not how they wanted to go out. 200 Viking funeral, not a body bag. Call left on Zex, wide open as day, as he allows the vultures for the picking, and it's going to be LevelZero Esports, your first grand finalist for the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO. And this is going to be one hell of a final that they have to put up, because they've been having such a dominant streak throughout this run they've had in this cup. But before we do go off stream for a break, a huge shout out to our sponsors to make things possible. Display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, gaming retail partner Games the Shop. A huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect as well to bring this tournament to life. We'll be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Grab some popcorn, and we should be live with Nevermind versus EZAF clan.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect to bring this tournament to life. And what a day it's been, right? We've had the first semifinals, LevelZero Esports just smashing their opposition out of the water and setting themselves up beautifully in the grand finals, and now comes the battle for the second slot. Nevermind taking on EZAF clan. At least in my books, I'd consider both of them underdogs, but I feel EZAF clan have a slight edge. Let's see how things pan out though, because it's Dust 2 at the end of the day. It's a very brawly map which has a very different outlook on CS. Normally with maps like Inferno, you need to have your utility game on par with your aim game as well. But on a map like Dust 2, it's going to emphasize more on on-the-fly utility usage. Things like pop flashing, things like on-the-fly smokes, perhaps for crossing, perhaps for an early peek towards mid to B. It's really reliant on intuitive play, which we'll need to see which team comes up on the better end. And of course, intuitiveness does come out of experience and wisdom, so both these teams are quite fresh when it comes to that department. Let's see how they will carry forward. It's going to be Nevermind starting off on the CT side, while EZAF clan opt to stay on the T side, even despite well, I guess there was a minor error when it came to my internet, but hey, when the hard times start coming, they go as well. And luckily for me, I guess it should be stable now, but not like the economy of Nevermind, which will start off on the back foot. They did lose the CD pistol, which, if anybody knows anything about the CT side, it's a very, very important task to win the pistol round, because on the CD side, it's generally harder to manage your economy, and on a map like Dust 2, it's always good that you have a nice start off on the CT side, especially considering a decent bit of utility is required to hold off these kind of executes and try to get aggressive yourself. Cute Security doesn't seem like he needs any utility, gets aggressive without any help whatsoever, and he bombs down the bomb in that process. It's only CSGO ironically up on the board, and if he does any more damage, it should be a real good round from Nevermind, but it seems undoable at this point. This position should be telegraphed. Again, 2 kills taken for the side of Nevermind, which will lead to EZAF's clan's economy to be in an awkward situation where it doesn't really shrink, but it doesn't really grow. So on a round where you have SMGs, where you're looking to farm up that money, it's gonna nullify whatever kill reward bonus you come up with. I'm surprised that nobody went for the short boost, considering they were setting it up as such. Now with the aggression towards the launch, They managed to get a kill and disengage on the back of that, but they did commit a lot of utility. The Molotovs come raining in, and wait, what? That Molotov missed? Oh boy. This is why it's really important for you to learn on-the-fly utility. You can't afford for such shenanigans. Luckily, they still do find a frag onto the player holding car, and they could potentially come in towards the A side, but the rotation's already been committed, and RF could fit the first. He's trying to just play this off his teammate. There's a rotate coming in through short as well, and a late rotate coming in from Cute Security. Parker, he's gonna be good only for the first, and never... Well, RF, he really needed that frag to succeed. The nade's coming in, but won't do much in way of denying the plant. He's already in a very exposed position, and I'm surprised that Nisha didn't go wide on the swing. But EZAF clan do manage to stabilize, and they have that third round on the board. Nevermind, back on the pistols, and are we gonna witness another dominant semi-final matchup? Certainly is shaping up to be as such. 3 rounds. Blind has back, but RF still finds that kill. Wow. Talk about the 5-7 being broken. At that you're real. Long control slowly being seized by EZAF clan, but they're not being silent about it whatsoever. Another smoke deployed for the cross. Nevermind, are not even in a position where they could even contest this, so potentially lining themselves up for some exit frags would be the way to go about this. Have made their presence clearly known towards T-Spawn and Harshit. He's just gonna be biding his time. You're waiting. See if there's anybody from Nevermind who's trying to be a little overambitious. Flash coming in through short, and they're gonna be just flooding in, hoping to get a lucky headshot coming their way, but that's gonna not be the case. An easy mop up for EZAF, as they do get that 4th round on the board. And mind you, if you were Nevermind in that situation, it is completely worth it, because coming into this round, you have more than enough money to invest into everything you would possibly need. It seems like RF is going to be a little short in cash, though, with him not having enough dough for the utility. Molotov is long. We need a counter flash. Oh no, the support is flashed out, and why? This is so... RF! Boy, oh boy, I think this is the first collateral I've had the entire tournament. Holy moly. In such a pivotal round as well, this is going to be a very crucial frag, or I should say 2 frags that he picked up. Shit. Where was the flashbang? What? I'm a little confused and dazed as to what he tried to do, and EZAF clan just being dissected piece by piece. Certainly not the way you would want to go out. Two versus 4 with they having enough utility to dispose of in the cross. It should be a possible clutch, but it's going to be a very hard one with both players requiring to go both head and shoulders for this 5th round on the board. Nevermind. They want to try and converge from every single position imaginable, and it's going to be the AWP remaining to try and defend the fort. Archit has given away so many opportunities, but not capitalized on any. Nevermind. They're going to get that 1st round on the board, but EZAF clan, they should have money to reinvest, so they really won't be sweating much about this one. It's been, I think that's the first time where EZAF clan haven't contested towards mid. So, sorry, haven't contested towards long. And never mind. After gaining the position there, they're more than happy to allow RF to hold from car with the AWP while there are more resources diverted towards mid. Ooh, CSGO could have potentially gotten that first frag. The flash turned around, but doesn't seem like KinCat is going to be ready for that frag. The man advantage for Nevermind as they're finally warming up for the semi-final matchup. But they need a lot more from where that came from. Oh, shit. I'm surprised that they're not flashing for these peaks. It's very common for at least one flashbang to be disposed of. Because why take the risk? Why would you want to risk walking into the crosshairs of an AWP and potentially giving away that frag? And when you're already at a disadvantage, that just makes things even worse. There we go. No flashbang to support, no smoke for the entry. There's simply no pressure being applied on the defense of Nevermind to even budge on that shot. But starting to look real questionable here for EZAF clan. Molotov towards CT to deny a potential rotate, but RF still holding rock solid towards long. 4 seconds left, and this should be the round done and dusted. Draxi, is he gonna try and go for the op? Wait, what? Okay, I guess at that point he was trying to shuffle utility and try to do it in the safe way, but not gonna be of much success. Force investment coming in from EZAF as they do look to rush towards the B side. The nade follow should be chunky, and the spray from Security does net himself that first frag, but that's all he's gonna find. Only that one. The damage done through the wall as now EZF can force the plant and play for the after plant thereafter, but they're losing a lot of HP in the process. Both the KinCat and Tucker are taken down so desperately low. With the rest of the cavalry arriving for Nevermind, it's going to be a hard ask for EZF to defend the B side, but the B side is considered one of the harder sides to retake. So let's see if Nevermind could potentially throw this one down the barrel. Counter-Strike doesn't really offer much of a chance, and that's a clinical retake coming in from Nevermind. Perfect use of flashbangs. There was simply no way that EZF clan could have won out the first 2 engagements. Patience play coming in from Nevermind, allowing them to get the 3rd round on the board and being 1 round away from the equalizer, which seems very likely at this point, considering that EZAF clan do not have money to go on the investment. They will shell a couple of deals here and there, just trying to keep the economy of Nevermind a little low. But they're not really doing that great of a job at it. We have a little bit of the real estate towards lower tunnels, and this boost from RF, little late. They potentially could have caught Harshit off guard, but manages to get through the radar unscathed. And now, Pargar, that is a very ballsy play, which could have gone the other way. EZF simply not in a position to capitalize. But CSGO to the spray, it's a little messy, but he finally does clean up the frag. Harshit, he's given the opportunity, he tries to spearhead the push, and he needs the bomb to come alongside, because the more time they lose, the faster the window shuts. Nevermind, they're more than happy to relinquish control of the side. This is beautiful CS coming in from the CT side, because this disciplined play is rarely observed. There are situations where teams would just throw away rounds like these against Deagles, mind you, where they would go for the fight and they would try to contest the push as it happens. Let them get the bomb plan. Who gives two hoots? Just know that the objective is to keep as many members in your team alive to make sure that you have an economy that sustains a couple of rounds loss. RF performing the stand clear, and they know exactly what's up. They know that there should be a man to its short, and there is a man to its Gandalf. Kill security, a real good job coming in from the back lines, and Hargar to clean things up. Nevermind. They find the equalizer, 4-4. EZAF clan though, they do have money. They do have a lot of money, and they have the op out, so you could expect the eye-to-eye towards mid to be in fruition. Let's see if Nevermind will offer themselves up, which is gonna be a very crucial aspect of this round. Doesn't seem like the eye-to-eye towards mid is gonna happen. They didn't dispose of a crossing smoke as well, so safety added. Seems like they finally did listen to us, and they finally start flashing out angles, which is about time they did. Oh, through the smoke. Kincad. A little bit of damage just upon him, and with this boost, they could play more of a passive mid setup and emphasize more on the side defenses. Does seem like the A side is going to be the preferred side to stack though, and mind you, the defensive utility isn't much on the side of Nevermind. Three players lining themselves up towards mid, and CSGO could potentially just completely hide here, allowing them to pass and then strike, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The smoke comes in, and now he's going to use the angle to his advantage. Shum comes out of the sight and actually chooses to take this engagement. CSGO, he completely whiffs. Shum is good for the second, and it's down on 3 versus 3. Rotations significantly delayed and hampered in its ability as well, just due to the fact that it's going to be the B side on retake, and considering that King has gotten aggressive, they better expect this, or else it's going to be a dooming retake for them. They all go, oh, what? This is something I don't think I've ever seen before in CS. All 3 players rotating in through LT, and this is the reason you don't do it. You'd come against somebody in the platform who might have himself a sniper. No, the Molotov, he pushes through and he actually finds a kill on a Kimsat. Luckily, King has enough game in him to respond. 5-4 as EZAF clan did not allow Nevermind to take the lead, but that got too close for comfort. Why would you rotate all 3 players towards tunnels? Why was that even a call to be considered? Oh boy. Flash tour is long. Mind you, Tinkat has already made his way through the blue box, so negating a lot of the problem there. And mind you, as the time ticks lower and lower, it's gonna be harder for if not on CSGO to expect that he's gonna be here. Nisha. Flash into his short. Ooh, spots the shoulder. Can't take the head though. Fighting into his mid as well, and at this point they're just trying to test the defense. They're spraying it wide, and they're expecting some kind of counterplay, which is the case. The push to his long does yield them nothing, and actually yields them a casualty with Kincat doing better. Oh no, it's Shattered Squad R, it's not even landing shot, the beat 1,000. Oh no. The only hope for Nevermind to win that round, and it goes flushing down the drain. Both Q Security and Hardguard are coming in through long, and Kincat with the op already positioned to cut them short. Mind you, he only has 9 HP, but he has had a significant amount of impact in this round, where he not only bit his time towards the blue boxes, but he completely dumpstered the defense towards A. What a heads-up play as well. 6-4, EZAF clan extending their lead this time around. They will have the economy here, Nevermind, and they do have the op RF. You're gonna be seeing the eye to eye because KitKat does have the long spawn. Oh, doesn't seem like it. First time we potentially could see one, and the spawn is what delays it. Looking through short. Easy AF plan. It's only in the last round where they've been silent on their approach towards long. This time it's quite evident that the A side's gonna be their favorite side to hit. Push into mid. Surprised that Harvard even wants to take that engagement. The push through short does yield them a kill though, and it yields them 2. Or he's gonna be alone, and the Stuffs pull this down at 2 versus 4. Never mind. Getting really lucky with the engagements. They are winning out. The flash for the cross, something too ambitious, even for my comfort. As now the bomb. Wait, what? The bomb dropped towards card. This is a disaster. KitKat gonna be kicking himself at the back. Tries to go for the quick flick, but it simply doesn't land. Never mind. Getting close behind EZF clan, as now keeping 4 members up. They should have enough money to sustain themselves for a round loss. Again, if you are just tuning in, guys, this is the second semifinals of the GamerConnect Community Cup. A huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible as well. Display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GP partner Colorful, and game retail partner Game The Shop. Strike Global Offensive, trying to get overly offensive, but he's gonna be cut short. KitKat does keep the trade to the advantage of the T side, and Nisha just extends it by a mile. Down at 2 versus 4, and Nevermind should consider or even contemplate a save, because this is going out of bounds pretty quick, pretty heavy as well. Wait, what? Harker burnt Draxi to a crisp? Now it's a 2 versus 2, now it's doable. It's more than doable. Hargar with a jump spot, but he might just be sidelined here. Beautiful job by KitKat to not only watch his teammate back, but be in such a good position where there was absolutely no threat put to Nishat. Surprisingly, it's Easy AF clan calling the timeout this time around, considering that they've been on the lead and they've not really had to break a sweat. It is one hell of a mind game. You used to see Fnatic do this back in the good old days, where even when they were at a lead or if they were at a loss, right? Something wasn't working out. What they normally would end up doing is they would try and just relax. No prep talk, no game plan, nothing. They'd be like, guys, it might be 15-8, but we're Fnatic. All we need to do is chill, take a breath, and that oftentimes worked. That was the Fnatic mind game tactic, which did carry them throughout 2014 and 2016. 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Braxy. This is a line. Oh, no! I assume we might have a knife, but that is entertaining nonetheless. AK could potentially yield him yet another, and here is Draxi in the back line. Goes in wide on the swing. Ooh, the shoulder bait tries to get the headshot in return, but Easy AF clan luckily stabilized. Now we approach the dying segment of the first half where Nevermind. They really need to be awake right now. They really need find these 2 rounds and post up as close as they can to Easy AF. Because you never want to rely on a bad scoreline and try to convert upon it with the pistol. Beautiful job by Hargar. I'm not really sure what Easy AF were trying to do there. The flashes were completely non-existent. let alone the utility and the trade. They just line up for the slaughter. Finish it. Left all to his lonesome. RF knows exactly where he's going to be headed. It should be an easy for... there he goes, spots at the barrel. Oh, I assume he might go with a knife. But he wants to take things as safe as humanly possible. The last round of the first half, and EZAF clan. They've had a real good half thus far, but if they're able to convert upon this round on mere pistols, it's going to be quite the feat. Spot coming in from CSGO, but really finding as much information, he needs to back off. He cannot give this Mac 10 a CQC fight. Molotov dished out. And is this gonna be EZAF clan turning their tails? Yes! There we go, the back's turned. Nevermind. Exactly what they would say with their aggression as they completely slip undetected. 2 versus 5, and this should be the 7th round on the board for Nevermind. Bomb. That bay. Regardless which side they do hit, they're at a distinct disadvantage, so they'll need to try clawing their way back through the mud. It's going to be real dirty. Nishid does have 2 flashes. They need to get the rebound flash towards... Oh, what? Where is the rebound flash, my friend? Oh, no. This is questionable at the very best. 8-7 nonetheless. Nevermind. They managed to claw their way back to a respectable scoreline, and much of what this is going to be on the pistol, because if Nevermind do win the pistol, they can easily touch double digits without breaking a sweat. But if EZAF clan do manage to claw the pistol, they might gain a significant lead. And on the D side, playing with low utility is going to be a really, really, really hard thing for Nevermind to pull off. But again, that's just pure speculation on a round that hasn't even begun, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Nevermind. The team thinks very, very slow in the pistol. Minute 15 on the clock, and they have a little bit of utility. The flash. Minute 2 is long, and they're trying to see if there's any kind of early rotate put in by EZAF, which is not the case. They're not trying to be as dicey as Nevermind were on their CD side. InCAD. Cannot afford to go down towards mid. Ooh, he's spotted. RF, he's right around the corner, and the reload might punish him, but manages to get back to safety. Nevermind. 40 seconds left on the clock. What's their move here? What do they want to do? The smoke in through CD spawn. KinCat could potentially play this one aggressive, but this is a very heads-up play coming in from them. Pushing through up a tunnel. They know that they cannot defend the B side all to themselves, but they just end up walking into the blender. CSGO. He gets himself 2 catches for free, and it's a man advantage on the defense, and especially considering the B side, it's going to be really hard for EZF to find this retake work. But oh no, they find 2 frags early. Luckily, RF there to return things to sanity as it's down to 1 versus 2, but a beautiful headshot, and RF's position discovered. Forzen, he's pushing the line close, and oh, the clock! Oh boy, that could have gone either way pretty easily, but never mind, they finally stabilize. 8-8. as they force EZAF on an equalizer and on an inferior buy at the same time. There should be a scout per se with the Mac 10 where you don't really give much away, right? You have the Mac 10's more of an insurance policy as you may to just give away to the CD side. You don't lose much in that process, and you do get a chance to not only get the bomb plant safely, but also try and keep as many guns up for the next round where your economy would be given a substantial boost. I'm not really sure why Nevermind seems so frantic. I guess the silence is just not that pleasing in their ears. EZF plan. They're gonna be pushing through T-base while Nevermind do comfortably get the bomb plant, and this is exactly what the Mac 10 is supposed to do. Just buy bait, buy distraction, and be as low risk, high reward as possible. Where if you get a kill or two, you do farm $600 a piece, right? Granted, in this case, he didn't, but it's not really going to be as effective on the CT side's hands, especially when you do come against armor. Cat just trying to do his best to find a single kill, because if he does manage to find one here, it's going to be an additional $600, which will go a long way to try and potentially get on an early AWP in his hands. Considering that EZAF plan are at that economic threshold where they could make the investment, but they won't have much utility, they have a hard choice to make. They go for that investment, or do they save? And it seems like they're going to go for the rational, conventional choice, which is save this run and go for a complete buy next. Of course, they will be looking to do as much damage as possible. The nade is decent, but completely blind. There is no way he could offer any resistance. Kill security and Counter-Strike going to clear things up to as long. The rotation's already committed. Nisha, he should be mollied out of position. Was that a team kill? RF, taking out kill security. He won't really be feeling as proud, but no harm done per se. They have all three rifles up. It'd be next to impossible for the Deagle to find a single kill. Never mind. Should be arriving to very double digits. Considering they are going to be saving all three rifles, it's going to be a really commendable job from them as well. Because in the next round, they will be able to drop a rifle over, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive could potentially go out and purchase the AWP. Ten to 8. EZAF clan. They can retaliate with, oh, all right. This is something that I was expecting from the set of Nevermind, but we see it out of EZAF first. The double op setup. It is a really good setup towards Dust 2, but the only problem is once the B-sides hit, there's a very high chance you need to commit on that save, and KinCat getting aggressive towards mid. Downs Hardguard towards tunnels, and there's simply no presence that Nevermind have set up towards top mid to counter that, or even get a retag for that fact. Drill the bait. KinCat. What's the angle, but let's go. Oh no! He had the opportunity. He was waiting for it for a good 10 seconds, and patience not rewarded. He's a lack thereof displayed. He's going to be comfortably sitting into his pit, and he won't have any backup headed his way. Given the position that he plays, really is a blind spot because Harshit could still be killed while Nishit holds this angle. If Flash comes in, he potentially could go on the peak, and Harshit doing a really good job at trying to get the best out of that trade. Counteroffensive. Be falling back. Purity potentially could have lined them up, but he wants to go the Seafer route. Counteroffensive, good for the first, but the double op setup, it's been ringing from the start of the round, and it might just end it with 4 kills to the big green. Counteroffensive, the run towards shot, but Harshit is already in position, just waiting for him to be on the cross, and beautiful job with the double op. It completely caught Nevermind off guard, but now that they do know that there's a double op, you just run at them. You just go balls are aggressive, potentially a Mac 10 on the entry. Again, the Mac 10 isn't really the worst of guns. If you do have a good utility book around the Mac 10, you could potentially get it into range. Ooh, blind as a bat! Harshit still lands the frag on acute security and a counter flash in case there's anyone aggressive, which is not going to be the case. Nevermind. On the back of that loss, they're more than ready to relinquish control and try to refocus their intention to it somewhere else. They are gonna try and split towards B. They are significantly tagged as well. Mind you, counter-offensive is down 17 HP, and Draxi is sitting comfortably towards the side. The op shot missed from RF. That is real crucial that he finds that frag. It's just such a thick defense that they need to maneuver through. Hasn't really been the easiest of times for them. It comes but doesn't land. KinCat spams his way to RF's tomb as it's 10 to 10. The double op setup still prevails as EZAF clan are proving to be a formidable force on the CT side. Push towards long. It's gonna be a one and done scenario as it's only the pistols that they have to work with. Harshit. Oh, wait, what? How? How didn't he spot that? They should know that there's another man to spot that. Only took just find him a little bit of space, but not as much as he'd be comfortable with. 3 versus 3. This is getting more comfortable than anyone would like, considering that they were only on P250s. It should have never even got to the scenario. Shaksham, he could potentially go for the plant and force out a hand to be played from EZAF. Beautiful shot from Hargar as he spots both of them, and now a double clutch for Shaksham, but the ops yet again strike true. 11 to 10, EZAF clan. Just choking Nevermind out of air, but considering what Nevermind came in with, it is a really good payout. And Cat tagged relatively low towards mid. Harvard, that could have been the finishing bullet, but he manages to elude death. Draxi, beautiful job on the B defense as he steps up massively for his team. Oh boy, what a carnage, where EZAF clan have been coming up in the front foot throughout, I guess, all of these engagements. Double round for Nevermind. He's gonna be able to find an easy kill from Car. RF, beautiful shot on KinCat, who only had a pixel to show, but he's done 17 HP himself. It has to be a godly clutch if he's what to pull it out, but it's already bleak from the get go, considering that they have the bomb. So RF will need to commit on the save. This should be the 12th round for EZAF clan. And considering that it's been a real good CD half for them thus far, it's all the pressure on a Nevermind to deliver. Well, keeping three men up definitely will aid their economy, and you need all the money you can on the CT side. And hey, you need all the money, right? You better get bang for your buck. If you're going for a setup, especially during this quarantine, to keep yourself as entertained as possible, you might just consider picking up one of the new iGame GeForce GTX 1660 Ti 6G for 23% off. So you're getting more than just money for your value. You're getting a bang for your buck. But you can only get it through RP Tech, who is the official distributor for Colorful in India, and it's exclusive to the GC community, so it's only for the special people watching this stream, RF. Through the Smoke finds KinCat, and that's an opening if you've seen one, because at this point it's desperation kicking in, and you need everything that you have going your way. Nevermind are going to be on pistols, so there could be a couple of lambs up for slaughter. Let's see if the sacrifice will pay out, though. Arshit cannot afford to give them any more. Beautiful shot in just a second show, but the Deagles just ripped the defense to shreds. How? How has this happened? EZAF, where in one look they had commanding control of this round, it just slips past their fingertips. Warren, he's got to be feeling a little intimidated about that one, because he hears every single one of them but can't do jack about it. Boy. Never mind. Really quick round coming in on the back of RF's initial entry yields them a very crucial round where now they can start fighting back and posing more of a threat on their T side. And considering that you might want to pick up a good graphics card, something that goes well alongside it is really necessary. In a game like Counter-Strike and other FPS genre shooters, where refresh rates and monitors really make that big of a difference, you'd have to seriously consider getting the best performance you possibly could. And the 240 hertz would be what many people would call industry standard at this point. So you could potentially grab yourself a Samsung Curve monitor for a very good price. And hey, when you're going for everything top notch, one thing that people often overlook is memory. And when I'm talking about memory, I'm not talking about RAM, I'm talking about memory as in how you process the information. Hard disks have been relatively outdated, so picking yourself an SSD would really amp up the performance of not only your game but your PC as well. Why not just go with the NVMe SSD from WD Black, which is powered by Darkness, just like Nevermind CT side, who have been enraged with so many problems in the past, and now everything looks so finessed. Because not only have they broken the economy of EZAF clan, but they're just beating them down piece by piece into pieces. It should be EZAF on the save, and considering that they still do have the op, it's not much of a loss. You're really not going to find much success retaking the B-bomb side, especially of a two-man deficit and when you're low on utility. Potentially send the SMGs out for a good hunting game? I don't know. Try it to keep the economy of Nevermind as humble as humanly possible. I guess that should be the goal of ECAF. The only one in position to do any kind of damage is KinCat, and if he does down any member from Nevermind, it would be a significant upgrade. If he was managing to land himself an op, it could be one hell of a steal.
Terrorists win.
12-12. EZAF, they do finally hold a timeout after losing 2 rounds back to back, which has given enough time and space for Nevermind to push themselves to an equal standing. EZAF do need to do significant amount of damage in these 2 rounds and win them out if they are to deplete the economy of Nevermind and have a good way to get back in this game, or else things will start to look a little bleak. And considering that EZAF just forced into this round, they're essentially in a do or die situation where they're gonna give away a heck lot. But if they win this, they're gonna double down on their luck. You can sense the pressure being put on these players. The once ballsy and aggressive plays they used to make, it feels like they're a little shelled out of it. What? Did they just waste 2 smokes towards short? Oh boy, that's not gonna fare you as well. Ooh, long range shot, Draxi. A single zoom of the scope is more than enough to net himself that freebie. And Nevermind, they have a little bit of intel. They knew that there is gonna be one op up. Now, what a heads up play could potentially be is the smoke towards mid to B and then a quick split, I'd say. But they have a couple of mind games they could potentially pull off. Foreign, he's gonna find himself an aggressive stance, and it actually does yield him a kill. He's using the Molotov to his absolute best, where he thinks that people might be expecting him to play passive. That's when he chooses to go aggressive. Draxi, he spots cute security to his long and does not want to give away his life in that process. Rather, calls rotations, and nobody wants to pick a fight with him. Oh boy. This is like all the bullies in the playground, but none of them want to take a fight with you because you're the silent one and kill security. He has the gun and he has fun trying to swing wide for the third as well, but that's going to be of little success. 13-12, easy AF. They managed to win that round, but the real reason why they would hide in that kind of situation is to keep as many guns up as humanly possible, which turned out to be one hell of a fail. They did lose 3 guns in that round, if I'm not mistaken, so their economy is still very delicate and in a very nascent stage. They can't afford another hit on their economy because we're at a point where things could swiftly change, and it is anybody's game at this point. Smoke towards Xbox will allow both Hargar and Shaksham to get safe passage. Smoke towards LT as well. There's a lot of utility dished out. Mind you, this is also much of a telegraph play. Foreign trying to get the swing wide, but I'm not really sure how Nishit fell. This defense, it looked very well thought out because that double stack to a shot really can't break away with only 1 frag. Harshit, he's gonna be on the rotate, but the smoke does block him out. He still finds the kill nonetheless to counter offensive, and he's trying to play as offensive as he could. The Molotov and the nade combo should be a 1-2 punch that might just deliver a blow to the defense, but that's not gonna be the case. Flash over, the peak coming in. Drax, he really needs to make a move from CT. He ain't fast enough. Cute security doubles up in the time he does get, and Draxi needs to go on the save. 13-13, Nevermind. They find their way back in this game. In the most crucial round, they step up. And they're going to go for the hunt as well. Draxi left with nowhere to save. Goes for the no scope, but the jump shot in return. As said, this could be anybody's game. And this is where experience starts to play a real big part, where you keep your cool. You can't allow your nerves to show, because that's where Nevermind will start to deliver their blows at. Is this what it's come down to? The Hero M4? I've heard of the Hero AK, but never the Hero M4. And there's a reason why a Hero AK would work, whereas Hero M4 wouldn't. Because when you're on the CT side, you get to decide which engagements you want to take. You decide when you want to force these engagements. When you're on the CT side, you decide the range at which these engagements are taken. So a Hero AK would be a more viable option because you're going into a duel where you know what the stakes and the scenario is. But it's not really the same with the Hero M4. They do manage to get the drop on a counter-offensive and they have a heads-up play from mid. But the problem is, while doing this, they completely relinquish control towards both the sides. And now, Nevermind have a very, very good post plan to defend from both long and fend off the mid to short push from the side. This might just be EZAF calling the save yet again. And they need to. They desperately need to, because they have no money to work with. Perhaps if Draxi gets a kill, they could potentially turn tail and get on the retake, which already seems like so much of a stretch. Good security. They may expect him to play, and he does deliver. They are finding kills though. Down at 2 versus 3. Foreign doesn't commit to a hard clear to his long though, and the time ticking desperately low. 14-13, Nevermind. 2 rounds away from making it to the grand finals, facing off against LevelZero, who had quite the dominant semi-final show, which has been the trend throughout the entire tournament. This is the only game that has gotten this heated, and this just cannot put me at a hole for the grand finals, because that's going to be one hell of a brawl. I'm not really sure where he would put the Nova to good use. He's trying to play from elevator, but not really as effective of a position. The AUG at range does take RF down 11 HP, and you really got to be kicking yourself if you're KinCat, because that initial kill could have meant a hell lot for both you and your team. Flash out. Just push foreign back, and he is done and dusted for Argar. Just managed to get the refrag, but at this point, you really can't afford to take blow for blow. Considering you're gonna be low on your guns. Oh no! Wait, what? Oh, he actually gets the ding, but not the kill. The damage. It is substantial. Chuckshomp's taking down to 48, while RF is surviving on 10 HP. Oh, this is a possible clutch. The nade's beautiful. Denies the bomb plan down to 33 seconds. And mind you, there is a combined of 22 HP on these players versus 100 on a king. But it's still a 1 versus 2. Stick around, you find the first. Oh, this might be the clutch! 14-14, EZAF, they stay afloat. Denying map match and finalist point 2, Nevermind. What a massive clutch from King. Holy moly. He started things off with that nade, which is nice. But that flick around for the second, that saved him a lot of skin. security. It's gonna get the first kill on a Draxi, which is gonna be one disappointing, I'd say, start to this round. Considering everything is so dead even. He really needed some sort of support when it came to hard clearing that position, which he really didn't receive. Flash does his magic, but I'm not really sure how he hasn't found that crack in his car. There we go, finally steps up, but it's still a 2 versus 2. Rotation's committed, and they have a lot of utility left here, Nevermind. King Cat, that's a shot that he needed to hit, cannot land the follow-up as well. Are they gonna go for the boost? This might work out. Oh, they spotted the nade! That's chunky! And another Molotov just holds them at bay. Oh boy, EZAF. They cannot allow the bomb to pass. Are they gonna go challenge yet again? Flash, George, Kincat. Not finding the kill. Cute security. He downs Chaz, and this is just one sorrow end for Kincat as he just tries and hopes that a shot comes landing his way, but that's not gonna be how it ends. 15-14. The heroics that Harsh pulled out in the round prior. Sorry, King pulled out in the round prior. That just completely gets negated. Look at the buy. 2 Deagles, a 5-7, a swag 7. UMP, boy oh boy, this is desperation at its very best. They have barely any utility to work with as well. It's only Harshit with a kit. This is not the way you want to go down. This is just not the way. They have decided to play a little aggressive towards short to compensate for the lack of map control, but never mind. More than happy to play passive. The Molotov is gonna burn King down a 50 HP, but he has the max 70. Could potentially try a jump shot. Denied. Beautiful job. Gets the headshot on the Q security and the double. The max 7 chiming in massively as he finds 2 crucial frags and counter offensive. He just completely whiffs. A 2 versus 5. Never mind. They have browned the bed, and this just might be them dead, but they have clawed their way back. A 1 versus 2. Hard. This is for the clutch, or you're giving away for EZAF to find their way back to the semifinals in overtime. He's playing aggressive. The flash blinds him, and the kill comes in. We go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. EZAF. They are pulling off what I thought was the impossible.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Holy crap. What did I just see? The chop shot. King. This guy got no chill, man. I guess more than me, even the players needed a breather from this one. I doubt the adrenaline would be, the adrenaline should be at an all-time high, especially for EZAF. Especially for King for pulling off such a massive play. Oh, finally. The double op setup back on the board. This has been the success, or the majority of the round where EZAF have managed to win out. So returning back to this formula definitely would be a logical way to approach this. And Cat does manage to get the first, and Shaksha with his flash has been a little. Chimes in with the AWP, and mind you, he's in a one and done position. The scaffoldings is not really the best position to put yourself in when you're playing an op, because you can easily just be clotheslined without you even knowing it. And if there's a mid to be smoke, you're put under a lot of pressure. Foreign from a massive with frags as he lines two of them down and he sends them packing to the slaughter. 16-15, easy AF. They take the lead in overtime. Double up setup prevails, as I'm not really sure whether Nevermind got a taste of King on the AWP in the previous round, but it should still be the surprise factor up on the board, and the flash should be a dead giveaway. Pushing through LT, yeah, it's gonna be good for the first, but the instant refrag coming in from Shang. This aggression. And simply not panning out for Easy AF, and now with AWP position towards either side, Nevermind need to be on point with their refrag game. Arshith gonna be playing a little more intuitively than you'd imagine, taking the initiative and getting aggressive towards long. That flash should be a giveaway as to the rotations that Nevermind have been committing. Chaz, I think he spotted them and got spotted in return. And this potentially could mean that a quick mid to B might be on our plate. And that seems like exactly what Nevermind are headed towards. Smoke put down, and again through the scaffolding. Draxi is good for the first, but he's trying to buy bait or initiative. Push the smoke aggressively, but the jump shot connects, and the AWP fails him. It's down to 1 versus 2, but Harshit has dropped the bomb. Down to 34 seconds, and he has to counter Molotov. He potentially could lay it down and try getting some cover, but he's letting go of the bomb there by the round as well. He has a defuse kit, but has no flashes to aid him on the entry. Potentially could trade it out for a rifle here. He grabs himself a flashbang, but he opts to keep the sniper in. On the top in, he goes in for the challenge, still uncontested. Luckily, counter-offensive peaks at the best moment possible, cementing this round for the side of Never Give Up. 16-16. So this is going to be the last round of the first half in this first overtime that we have for the second semi-final of the day. The auto sniper out from KinCat. Wow. Well, doesn't seem like it's going to see much action as of yet, but oh, Draxi on the op could have gotten that initial entry, but death, it seems to elude Hargar. Molotov push Draxi back, and they've been doing this setup quite a bit towards mid. The easy way to respond to this is to push to the right side of that smoke and just play around those boxes. The Molotov pushes him on the aggressive stance, but counter-offensive to finding a kill. Initially with the defensive smoke, but that won't do jack, as counter-offensive doubles up on his luck, and now the two-man disadvantage for Easy AF as they're trying to retake A site with an auto sniper nonetheless. Oh no, the op removed from the picture. KinCat, he is trying to just shell his way through RF, who just throws out a molly instead of holding down the angle. They are going to try and go for a long shot here with a long rotate coming in from KinCat, but that smoke should be a dead giveaway, and they should be Nevermind having the advantage exiting overtime 17-16. And a huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. Again, this Has been one fun quarantine. We had the GamerConnect Community Cup Rainbow Six Siege a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, and now we have CSGO. Brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GP partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect. Bring this tournament to life, and this is getting heated up. EZAF on their T side. Are they able to topple the defense? No double op, which is something that I expected coming into this overtime from both the sides, actually. Even though they're going to be content with RF having his hands in one, and that's it. Standard setup coming in from Nevermind, and even if the short push does start, they potentially just back off. They can play retake more than comfortably, and they don't need to be worried about much because they have a decent utility. Wow, that looked a little questionable. I thought he overflicked, but it seems to land the mark, and the man advantage secured by Nevermind. And mind you, if Nevermind do win this round out, they will be on map match and finalist point, ladies and gentlemen. That's EZAF clan fighting for not only comfort but survivability in this tournament. The flash misses its mark. RF, he's going to be more than ready. Oh, wait, what? How did Foreign not spot that? The bomb in transition will get taken down. RF going absolutely massive with the AWP as he leaves it all on a KitKat in a 1 versus 3. Needs not only to pick up the bomb but also clutch the spun out thereafter. He's given safe passes, but Nevermind are going to sneak in through long. The more time he wastes is the more time he gives on the flank, and Hargar picks up the kill. Nevermind on map and match point. (18-16). EZAF clan. It is do or die. Nevermind. They've been playing more of a standard defense so far, playing more of a retake setup towards A, but this time around they've switched things. They're playing a little more intuitive and aggressive towards short. With the double man stack, it's going to be a little harder for EZAF clan to try and get short control. But if they do, it's going to be a very costly affair. Seems like they are going to line themselves up for a mid-to-B split, though, and the Molotov completely fails. This might give a go-ahead on the push. Daksham, he needs to be ready for the counter play. Oh no! He gets a little too aggressive, and he gets taken now by directly through the smoke. And now, it's a very dicey defense. It needs to be a massive play coming into counter-offensive. Hargar, he's going to be good for the first, but counter-offensive's coming up massive with 2 kills of his own. And mind you, the bomb is dropped outside the door. An absolute worst-case scenario. But Foreign, he's making things doable here as he not only gets that frag, but potentially could aid in getting the bomb as he goes up close and personal. RF needs to come up with an absolutely massive clutch and a flick, but that's not going to be the case. EZAF clan. They keep themselves afloat as they battle their way through an absolutely unreal comeback. Nevermind. They might be sitting comfortably on map and match point, but they are low when it comes to utility. Something for them to keep in mind. Counter-offensive. He gets that initial kill. The all-important one now. EZAF clan. It's quite evident that they're going to be on the back foot, and they realize it as well. For now, Nevermind, they just could completely fall flat passive, not worry about a single thing in the world. Just play the trade game. Make sure that you don't give away anything for free. just make them work for absolutely everything, and it should be around 50 seconds left on the clock. The bomb seems to be headed towards mid to B, but what's the smoke? It's completely whiffed it, and no! What? Counter-offensive, this is about 3, and Foreign could have potentially found a second on a Hargar as well. The B defense being tested time and again, but this is the moment it requires to stand true and stand tall. It's all left on RF, and he flounders. This might be second overtime, ladies and gentlemen, as it's all left on a Shaksham on a 1 versus 4. My oh my, this might not be the race, it might be a marathon, but this is too far even for the players' comfort. Counter-offensive, 34 kills, being an absolute beast. On the side of Nevermind, where on the side of EZAF, it's a much more even distribution of frag. Oh boy. This is starting to become one heated semi-final matchup. Single op retained by Nevermind. Looking through long. Counterplay flashes decent. The spray counteroffensive. He needed to land that one. He does significant amount of damage though. The Molotov will force KitKat on the engagement. He tries to disengage, but Shaksham catches him off guard. The man advantage and real estate gained by Nevermind. As now they divert their attention towards short. Molotov perfectly on cue, but Draxi beautifully positioned to take down Hargar. All he required was the position, and he delivered him to his grave. The aggression towards tunnels has not been panning out for Nevermind, and this time around with a push through long, Shaksham, he just dumpsters them, dropping the bomb as well. Nishit left in a very uncomfortable position for this 1 versus 3 as he needs to retrieve the bomb and has no utility to fend himself off against 3 CTs. It's going to be one hard round if Nishit wants to pull this one back, but considering there's only 20 seconds left, it should be done and dusted. He should try and contemplate for a save. (19-18). Nevermind. They pick up their first round in second overtime, mind you. EZAF. This time around, they're changing the pace up quite a bit. Rushing through short, RF, beautiful shot with the AWP and flashbang to help him on the disengagement. The nade should it finish off the job? Nah, it doesn't seem like it did. But it did do a significant amount of damage, and the backline's closing in on them. The flash. That was barely anything, but security can't afford to go down here because that might just leave lower tunnels exposed. Shaksham, he finds the bomb, the all-important frag, and mind you, Jazz is tagged so low, there would be a possibility that he might not even want to take an engagement. Draxi, he's trying to draw away as much aggro as humanly possible. The flash is forcing Draxi off the peak, but it's just so bleak for them to win this round. Wide swing. This is Draxi off the angle. Easy AF. They completely disengage, and why are they doing this? Being individual 1 versus 1, this is not the way you want to play out a 3 versus 2. RF, he ends up going down towards mid as well. This is absolutely massive stuff coming in from EZAF. But oh, counter-offensive. He almost got knifed and shanked in the process, but he does cut off the rotation of Draxi. There's only one place he could hit, and it's going to be the B side. The smoke towards tunnel should be a dead giveaway as to where he's going to be playing from. Counter-offensive, watching the cross. Draxi is so dead low. The spam could get him. Draxi, he's going to be trying to get as much cover as humanly possible. This is the best position he could potentially find himself in. But the wide swing and the quick tap from counter-offensive. Nevermind. String 2 rounds in a row in second overtime here, mind you. As they potentially could put themselves up in map match and finalist point yet again. They need to end this one right here, right now. Never mind. Surprised as to why their utility is so low already. In like 20 seconds from since the round began, and it already seems like they have a significant shortage of utility. So it's gonna be a little harder as the time falls lower and lower. Sham needs to be rock solid here. It was long, but he ends up falling, and the entirety of the A defense crumbles. Down at 2 versus 5, make it a 4 considering Cute Security did get that kill, but KinCat plants the bomb and comfortably takes down counter-offensive, leaving Cute Security in a 1 versus 4. Needs to ace it to win it, but that seems like a stretch too far already. 20-19. As it's just turning out to be one hell of a derby in the semifinal matchup. Yops out on the playing field yet again, but Harshit so consistent in the impact he delivers to his long as he finds that initial kill and disengages on the back of it as well. The opening that EZAF were vying for, they finally gotten it, but it's a bit of a case where regardless how they start the round out, they're not able to close it out. They need to start focusing their attention towards the later segment of the game, how they offer themselves up in terms of engagements. The smoke dissed out. KinCat. He's looking to go absolutely massive here with this early frank as he downs Hargar and halts the push towards short. Not only halts it, but completely destroys it. It's down at 2 versus 4 as now the desperate play from long comes in. There should be another smoke accompanying the cross, but RE seems a little ambitious for that kill. Goes in for the peak a little premature. The nade, it does a scratch on acute security. KinCat removes the head as he's good for the second as well. EZAF find the security and why not a beautiful heart at the end, potentially signaling that he wanted to give a love tap at the end there. It does seem like one player from Nevermind has a minor issue, so he has called for a tech pause and we should be back with the game as soon as it goes live. And again, if you are tuning in, you've missed out on one heated match, at least from the beginning. This is the second semifinals of the GC Cup, GC Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Game the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to Nvidia, GeForce India, and GamerConnect. Put this tournament together and make your quarantine as entertaining as possible. And for many gamers, it might be a very good time because you have all the time in the world to just relax, enjoy your game, and not have much responsibility to fulfill. But you need to have it in the best experience you can as humanly possible. If you are suffering in terms of hardware, it's a really, really good time to consider an upgrade, and you could start off with your graphics card. Many games will require you to have a really good graphic card tank, the majority of the processing. So to start things off with, you might just consider picking yourself up a GTX 1660 Ti. Um, with the 6 GB variant, you should be set for, I guess, the majority of the games which are going to be released even in this year, and you could get it at a 23% off on MRP. Yes, you heard me right. And this was only for the GC community. So if you are tuning in right now, you could potentially grab yourself the 1660 Ti at 23% off through RP Tech, who is the official distributor and partner for Colorful in India. And considering that you might have a graphic card under your belt, a monitor is something that you really consider to upgrade, especially if you are a FPS fanatic like I am. So the 240 hertz would be the recommended industry standing that you should aim to get. And I guess the best you could get out there in the market right now would be the 240 hertz Samsung Curved Gaming Monitor. And when you have everything high and perfect, you do need your computer to run as fast as the components alongside it, right? And a hard disk isn't really what's gonna cut it, especially when it's 2020. So you might really want to consider investing in an NVMe SSD from WD Black, which have been one of the fastest SSDs out there in the market. So you could be as fast as your aim, and you can practice on your aim, but you really can't practice on your hardware. So always go for the best. It does seem like the final player from Nevermind has reconnected, so we could get underway with our semi-final matchup. And I guess he took the best time for this disconnect because he gave both his team and the opposition a good few minutes to get a little bit of time and reset themselves mentally. Sometimes this adrenaline rush is what drives us as individuals to play this game, but it's also what could potentially throw us off guard and lose that crucial round, which might lead to the downfall of whatever you've been building for the past 1 hour. So, a good reset for both these teams will certainly help them to start off at a fresh and a similar page. Let's see whom is going to favor more. EZAF clan. They've come in with a double ops setup yet again with Draxi and Harshit manning the big guns. Harshit has been phenomenal with the AWP thus far, cementing his stay towards long, always getting that initial kill, and it might be the case again this time around. The smoke, the flash, again, the combo that they have been doing for the past few rounds, but this time they didn't commit on the back of that. Rather, they have favored themselves in pushing towards short, completely blind as a bat. He was forced to pull the trigger and he fell back. Beautiful job coming in from Easy AF, completely relinquishing control towards the side, and they turn their tail towards long. That's why they find Hargar just completely caught off guard and dazed. Foreign, he cannot afford to go down through CT, and this is starting to be one dicey round. Because never mind, they're setting themselves up for this post plan, but Easy AF plan always a step ahead, positioned to cut them off. It's except for cute security though, who finds Kin cut and could potentially go for more as he's finding his way through CT. A 2 versus 2, and this might just be the hold. There is an op, it could potentially cover in through short. This has to be done and dusted. Easy AF on map, match, and finalist point. Can they deliver it this time around? In second overtime is the question. An auto sniper on top of a double op. This is gonna be one nightmare if Nevermind are able to get the bomb down. But again, that's a long stretch. Right now, oh wait, the Molotov. Oh, I thought it might push RF into that engagement. Luckily, he had an avenue to back off. Never mind. They're being a little humble with their utility approach, with them really not having as much of an objective plan. They're just looking for reactionary plays, and this is exactly what we were waiting for. Draxi luckily does find the return on an RF, but this might just come at a cost. They know exactly where one of the ops position, and if they're able to get through King Cat, who is an absolute rook, just pulls down the fort all to his lonesome, the nade just blows Shazam to smithereens. It's all left at the hard guard, and he is sent home packing. 22-20 as Easy AF clan. They are gonna be your second finalist for the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, as they will face off LevelZero in a best of 3. And this is the kind of game that you're looking for in a tournament like this. Oh boy, this is gonna be one hell of a grand final, and hope you're gonna be stay tuned. I think we're gonna have the grand final up in about 30 minutes, so yeah, 15 minutes. You can just quickly grab your popcorn, grab your cup of chai, relax, lay back, and be ready for an extravaganza of a best of 3. Before we do go off stream for a quick break, a huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. Display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamersConnect to bring this tournament to life, and potentially one of the best grand finals that you can potentially witness during this quarantine time. I'll be back right after a short break. See you in the finals. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned and stay amazing.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, Until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.